Put together who the 3 best defenders who you've had marked on you. So you might take us through them.
Yeah, it was difficult when I only could pick 3, but I suppose starting off in no particular order, I suppose one of the guys I marked for 10 years nearly was Anthony Lynch from Cork. He was a great defender.
Yeah.
He was a great servant to Cork as well. I remember going up to Páirc Uí Chaoimh and having plenty of tough days against him, and coming down to Killarney as well. He was a great defender, very committed player, very tenacious. I remember marking him in a Munster final above him Cork, and he came out man of the match, and we had some great battles.
Yeah.
So he was a great player, and I think anybody who's marked him would know that they were in a game. And he was one of Cork's shining lights for 10 or 12 years along with Graham Canty, and he was a wonderful player.
He was good with the ball, using the ball too out of defence, wasn't he?
He was, and he played cornerback, he played fullback,
Yeah.
he played centre back, and that shows how versatile he was too. The second player I picked was Keith Higgins from Mayo. I've marked him in a number of games in All-Ireland finals. I've marked him in Castlebarron league games, and he's just such a fantastic player. The speed he has, I don't think I've marked someone with so much speed. And he showed his versatility by going into the forwards this year at Mayo. I think he lined out at centre forward in the All-Ireland final for a number of games, and that just shows what a good player and how highly he's rated in Mayo and right across the country. And he's a number of All-Stars now as well. So he was just a very, very, very good player, and I found it very difficult to find space off him. And I've had a good few battles with him, and who knows, we might have a few in the future as well.
Hope you're not giving him a psychological advantage here now.
We brought him back now. He's back corner. Get ready for you again for next year.
Well, they've moved me out centre forward now, so I must be slowing down.
Yeah, I was surprised a little surprised with your 3rd choice.
Yeah, well, the 3rd one, he had to be in my 3 really, because he's one of the best defenders I've marked, and I've marked him a number of times in training, and that's Mark O'Shea.
Yeah.
He's been one of Kerry's most consistent backs since I've started playing. Obviously his 2 brothers before him and his uncle were fantastic players and servants for Kerry, and Mark has just excelled so much for Kerry. He's reading the game, he's so talented. He plays centre forward for his club on many occasions. And he's such a good player, he could play in any position.
So was it full on in training between the 2 of you?
Yeah, and even in some county championship matches we had a few blows and things, but
the dubs were obviously all easy touches, were they?
Kieran wasn't happy that there wasn't any dubs in there, but I'm sure they'd be coming up next, Kieran.
He wasn't happy, he wasn't in it himself.
Yeah,